Hello, everyone, and welcome to the NFT Basement Show. I go by Project, and I am the co founder of Project for NFTs. Remember that nothing in this show is ever financial advice, and everything is for entertainment purposes only. I'm going to pass the microphone to my co host.
Hi, everybody. My name is Krystle, and I'm the community manager of Blockchain Bullies NFT. Thanks so much for being here, guys. Today we have a very special guest. And as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to introduce him because he is a leader and a founder. And we're going to go ahead and pass the mic to you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Pondo. A little about myself. I'm an LA-based digital illustrator and brand owner. Co-LA. So I own the brand Nocta. We're a conceptual streetwear brand. I've been running Nocta for about a year now. And yeah, I got into the NFT space little short of a year ago. Before that, I worked a lot in concept art, helped a lot of brands, startups, and things like that. We worked for a small studio to help brands in San Francisco. I was up in San Francisco in the Bay Area. Also, I worked as an apparel designer. So for small, like Etsy-based creators, Etsy, Twitch, things like that, influencers, I helped them get together apparel and merchandise for their brand and their community.
Nice. Nice. So you're like a designer.
All around designer.
Let's go.
I like to tell people design and art, something that took a lot of time for me to craft. So I do wear that badge proudly, but something that I've always been into is communication. Any way that I can help people communicate, mainly visually, I'm there for the challenge. So I'm a communicator, creative artist, illustrator, designer, all the above.
Nice. Beautiful. So tell the audience a little bit about, your project. Like, what is it about? What does it stand for? Just all of the things.
So project's name is Midnight City. Midnight City is an NFT project, and it's consisting of 8,888 NFT badges. It's kind of a weird number to say off the dome sometimes, but we're releasing them per season. So first season is 1,500 badges. They haven't been revealed yet, and we haven't done our main mint, but we're still working on it. And all the NFT badges are attached or revolve around a story that we're crafting from the ground up about a trapped AI named Thea within Midnight City. Owners of the badges will have a chance to win collectibles, win VIP experiences that's facilitated through our main brand Nocta, and be able to get merchandise and other things like that by holding the badge.
Mm-hmm. Explain a little bit about what you see right here. This is your website. What are we looking at right here?
Yeah, that's the homepage. Little introduction into like what brought the project together. As we explained there on the top, everything revolves around the story. I'm a huge supporter of narrative. I think as human beings, we're social creatures, and storytelling is something that's very important to us. So having this project rotate around a narrative was something that I held near and dear. So I wanted to get that in viewers of the website's minds from the get-go. Scroll down, you see that those are the NFT badges. Those are some sneak peeks of what they're going to look like. Of course, there's no legendaries or ultra rares in there, but that's kind of the traits in an overall sense. Each one is unique, and they're all showcasing some type of character with some type of path. The path is that word up top, Soulcan and Blood Garden Guardians, and those essentially are like races within the story of Midnight City. We call them paths.
Races?
Like race,
Okay.
like a race. Or what's another way to call it? Like a character.
Ethnicity.
Ethnicity. It's more like when you go and play a RPG, and it's like, would you want to be an elf or a gnome or something like that? So it's like
a role or something.
Yeah, or like a warrior or a hunter, things like that. So the paths they do have physical ways that they're showcased, but mainly the paths are kind of like zodiacs. Each path is associated with a certain type of I guess, passion that you're seeking for or way of life. For instance, the Blood Guard is the path of the rebel. So we actually have a personality quiz. If you scroll to the bottom of the website, it's down there in the footer, and you can do the personality quiz. I think it's about 12 or 13 questions. And then based on those quiz answers, it'll let you know what path your personality aligns with the most.
That's so cool. Okay, question. Do you have to be a holder to participate in the personality quiz?
Nope, it's open to all community members. And we are going to implement kind of like a further way to interact with it when holders do reveal their badges. But for now, it's just something I want to share with everyone. I think it's just a really fun way to get engaged with the brand.
Yeah, let's go project. Let's drop that in the comments.
Okay.
Guys, anybody that's listening here, guys, I want to see you guys running to this personality quiz, okay? Whoever takes it in the next hour, send it to our proofs channel in the Blockchain Bullies Discord. You can find Blockchain Bullies Discord verified links below. So go there right now, drop it in the proofs. Anybody that completes the personality test will be in the runnings to win something. Very, very fun, okay? So let's go.
Let's
I
go.
appreciate that. You know, it only takes like 3 to 5 minutes.
You
know,
heard
it's
him.
fun. We put a lot of time and effort into crafting the questions.
Let's see.
Trying
Let's
to make
see what role you match up with for the Midnight City, okay, guys? All right. Sorry, Pondo. Let's get back to it. So after you've already minted, correct? You're
we
in
have
the
not. So basically, what we did was kind of like a pre-sale mint. We really wanted to make sure that the contract was working right, the generated traits were working right, the website was good. So we offered a heavily discounted early mint to anyone that was interested. We didn't market it heavily because, as I said, this is a testing phase, like an alpha release. So we just wanted to make sure that there weren't any hiccups or any problems within the contract or everything we were building. So we did that. We had about 30 people mint on that pre-sale. Those mints aren't revealed yet, so they still have our placeholder image. And we're currently in the whitelisting phase. So we're taking all pre-orders in the Discord, and we're calling the whitelisting phase a lunar pass event. Not a huge fan of the term whitelisting, to be honest. But you know, I realize it's a term that a lot of people associate with. Well, they get it, so I throw it out there, but you know, a little begrudgingly.
Same. We got an OG list. We got a woof list. The woof woof.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
You know, there's many ways you could say it.
You say
now, Pondo.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, Pondo, what is your floor price right now or what's the mint price?
Oh, so we haven't released the final mint price, but for the pre-sale, the mint price was 0.08. It was actually not 0.08. Sorry about that. 0.03. And we don't want to make it unachievable. You know, a huge part of this is not really for the money. I mean, we all would love more money, but that's not something that I'm in dire need of right now. I'm trying to build a community. I want to bring fans together, and I want to start initiatives that can give back to the communities I come from personally. You know, I want to be able to bring education and nourishment back to young creators and people who are trying to put something of worth in the world. So the price, I don't really see it going above like 0.1. But the final price is going to depend on like where the ETH price is at the moment when we release and things like that. But it's definitely going to be something realistic, you know, nothing ridiculous.
What's the story behind this though? Like why, what made you think about this? Who created this artwork for you?
I did all the artwork myself. I did the website, the branding, all myself. I brought on a colleague of mine. We actually went to school together. Her name is Heather. She goes by Candy Cougar. She's a narrative writer. She's written and published 3 books, and they're amazing. I'll drop them in the comments later.
Dang, I need to call her.
You know, she's a badass, man, like 100%. I brought her on the project pretty early on. You know, it's really hard to be a solopreneur. You know, at the same time, I was working with clients. I was running the clothing brand and trying to get this project on. We was also moving down here to LA from the Bay. So it was just plenty of things going on in the wheelhouse. On top of that, you know, I could share too, because I want to share this victory for my family. My mom was diagnosed with cancer at that point. But she beat it about a month ago. Yep, she's a badass.
Yeah,
Kick ass. So at that, you know, I was talking to my mom about the project, and she fully believed in it. She wanted me to do it because she knew the passion I had behind it and the reason why I wanted to do something like this. So I had plenty of things going on, but up to that point in my life, I always wanted to make a brand that I could bring different elements of things that I found joy in, like stories and narratives, clothing, character design, stuff like that. And as a digital artist, my history of having like gallery shows, I've always tried to communicate why digital art can be valuable. And you know, that conversation's hard for people to wrap their head around. You know, especially because they just want to be able to verify ownership. You know, you could say things such as, hey, I'm only going to release a certain number of these JPEGs, or I'm only going to print it this, you know, this amount of times. But that trust just isn't there for people who don't know you that well. So when the NFT conversation was going around, I'm like, whoa, this is you know, this is groundbreaking technology, and this, you know, facilitates the conversation I've been trying to have with value attached to digital assets and ownership that lives on in the digital world, on the internet. So I was slightly not against it, but in disbelief, surprisingly enough, because I was trying to spearhead that conversation. And a friend of mine who worked for Facebook at the time, we were out at a bar, and he's like, he's seen me researching the NFTs. He knew my history of being a digital artist, and he's like, yeah, dude, you really need to get into that. And I'm like, why? He's like, I can't tell you why. We all know now it's because Meta and stuff like that. He's like, I can't tell you why. I could just let you know that it's important stuff. Like it's gonna be groundbreaking. So based on that conversation with him pushing me to actually dive into it, and my history as a digital artist, I dived into the NFT space and just started researching it. And the more I started researching it, the more that I thought, this is the perfect opportunity to do what I've been wanting to do, and to bring together these worlds and these ways of engagement for consumers and community members, and put it out there and share it with the world. So it was just, everything fell into the right place at the right moment.
How has your journey been since you started?
I can't hear you.
Oh, sorry. That's what they
good.
call divine intervention.
Oh.
Is that what they call that? Like when everything just aligns, right? I'm a firm believer in that. So that's beautiful. And it's cool how he knew about Meta before we knew about Meta, and he kind of like hinted at that.
Yeah. I was like, man,
you why, bro? But you need to do this. You need to do it right now. Like,
I'm like, you want another shot, bro? Like,
yeah. Facts, huh?
No, he was.
Okay, so how long would you say you've been in the NFT space, like through and through? Has it been like a year or not even?
Well, one more time. What was the beginning of the question?
Like, how long have you been in the space of NFTs then?
I'd say not a year. It was around September. August is when I had that conversation with him, and then September is when I finally started diving in and doing research. I didn't start the project itself until around November. That's when I started to sit down and actually work on the art. Obviously, that took the longest time. I was working on the art all the way up to like February, so it was pretty time consuming.
Yeah.
But I'm glad I did the research beforehand too, because when I was looking into the art, I'm like, people are drawing 10,000 of I was absolutely like just baffled. I couldn't believe that people were dishing out 10,000 drawings in a matter of months. I was like, that's lifetimes worth of work. But I figured out that it was generative, and it involved some code and things like that. Shout out to my homie Legacy Osagi. He helped me with the code. Super smart dude. So he actually did the contract and stuff like that too. But I started on the artwork, realizing that it was all generative. Talked to him, he gave me some tips, and then I just started to buckle down and get to work.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Look at this, guys. We got some bully thugs in the house over here saying
Let's
hello.
go.
Mondo.
Bully
So,
thugs, how y'all doing? Thanks for
some bully
joining.
thugs. So, guys, for the audience members who are watching, I have another challenge for you. Are you ready for this? Okay. Pondo's Discord is going to be below. All right. Get verified in the Discord. Take a screenshot, take a picture, do whatever you got to do. Pull out your cell phone. I know it's close. Take that picture and drop it in the general chat right now. Right now, right now, right now. I'm not going to tell you what you're going to get. I'm not going to tell you there's a reward involved. Just go do it and see what happens. All right? All right.
I appreciate the love. That's
Yeah.
love, man. Thank you.
Good. So listen, tell us about your community.
So I think the community, albeit it's one of the hardest things for me because I'm doing so much work outside of the internet, right? Trying to bridge together the apparel. I'm working really hard right now with our merchandiser and manufacturer out in Portugal to get some really dope apparel lined up. We're trying to get some events in the workings so that we can be present in IRL spaces and digital spaces, things like that. So I do let Discord slip a little bit, but we have some team members like Heather. We have a community moderator that goes by Calix. And then we have another artist that we're bringing on board, and he goes by Cosmic. So we're trying to put the pieces in play that the community doesn't feel like we're going gaps without informing them and being transparent, because transparency is a huge, important thing. I feel like in today's day and age, based on how companies have treated supporters and consumers in the past. So I do want to be more transparent with my community. But as far as today, the community is great. I mean, we have, I think, 1,500 on Twitter. The ones that are active and show love. The ones that are in Discord, a lot of them, this may be the thing that no one knows, but the Discord channel that I have started as my Twitch. I used to stream on Twitch. So a lot of them in the Discord channel had no idea what NFTs were. They were just in the channel from Twitch, and we were able to educate them about NFTs and onboard them on the NFTs. So that's a really great part of the community building that, I love, that happened naturally and organically. But we're trying to get some events together. We're trying to do some more community-centric things within Discord. And we're just putting in more work on being transparent and just letting everyone know where we are. That's what half the point of doing things like this. Thank you guys for the opportunity.
Nice. You're very welcome.
Now, Pondo,
Project created this amazing space to give people like you a platform to come and speak about yourself and for the audience members to get to know more about you and your project, right? So thank you, Project, for that. And it's a beautiful thing what we're doing here for smaller founders, right? And so lucky enough for you and for me and for everybody else, we're here now, and we're here to uplift you and support you in any way that we can. So with that being said, I would love for you to come over to the Blockchain Bullies, get involved with our poker nights. Project has some dope ass art in his Discord. I'm trying to get that out of my mouth. I was about to say Instagram, but yeah. So we're doing his Discord up again, and I'm helping him thoroughly get his Discord running. I will be more than willing to help you do the same. So come and be a part of our community. It's a great thing to have like-minded individuals who are into the same things. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful thing. So you're more than welcome to get to know more about us and get more involved. And we would love to do a couple crawls in your Discord too. So if that's something that you fancy and that you're into, definitely come and get more involved in that. It'll spice up your Discord. I'll just say that. Okay.
Yeah, 100%. I'm down with it. I tell a lot of people the hardest part when I started to take on the solopreneur thing with the fashion and the clothing brand. It was a little easier because most of the interactions I did was with other brands or things like that within like events, pop-up shops, stuff like that. But as an artist, there's something that's a little it's not a little, it's very difficult about sharing processes and things on social media. For some reason, you know, in my history as an artist, you're very, I guess, emotionally attached to the process and the thing that you're creating, that you just want it to be so perfect. You want it to be the best of the best before you show anyone, right? Like there's just something about that. And that's something that stuck with me, you know. So it's hard for me to share project details because I'm like, guys, I want this to be the best thing you've ever seen every time. But I got to get over that hump and and know that it's okay to be, you know, to share it as a work in progress, you know, and just let it be known that this is something that's still being worked on and things like that. So that's probably the hardest thing for me. Of course, like I said, I worked in with brands, brand building and things like that is where I shine, but we definitely need more people who are okay with sharing things as work in progresses and bringing people on and being transparent. So I'm absolutely going to take you up on that offer. The
Yes.
show
Love it. You
Let's
guys
go.
come vibe with us, you know?
Hell yeah.
So we got some questions and they want to know what is the Discord. So can we drop that project, please? Let's drop it. It should be actually below, isn't it?
Let me see. I would have to
Yeah, I could share. Where do you want me to post it in the in your
you can post it in the general chat of our Discord.
Yep, you got it.
Oh, I put the link in there to the website, and they could go to the website, and the Discord is on there.
All right, awesome. There you go, guys. You got it. You got it.
Now, Ponder, what my question would be like, what advice do you have for someone that is just starting into in NFTs and is thinking of, you know, starting a project of their own?
Do your own research, you know, for sure. Research it and be open to just not understanding some things right off the bat. There's a lot of complicated things, I think, in the space, and there's a lot of things that are still opening up and a lot of things that people are still learning about. So be okay with asking questions off top. Like that's something super important. You know, have that humility to be like, hey, I just don't know what this is, and reach out to someone. And everyone that I've experienced that kind of interaction with in the community has been more than helpful. So I can't speak for everyone, but 9 times out of 10, you'll meet with a good person and they have no problem, you know, trying to educate you or help you on understanding something.
Yeah.
Nice. And how has your journey been since you started?
Mine has been pretty fulfilling. I haven't, I guess, worked on something so all-encompassing like this for a long time, at least something that's for myself outside of other brands. So it's been beautiful to see the story come together. Thanks to Heather. That's been amazing. Some of the characters that we've brought into the story, I've been working on for years, 5-6 years. You know, I have sketchbooks of drawings that look just like our NFTs from back in 2013. So this has been kind of a dream come true to see these characters come to life as far as the narrative goes and to see other elements of it kind of being brought into it. I'm really excited about the apparel. I'm a huge, I guess I have a huge collector's itch. Like I like collecting things and I like collecting sneakers and Pokemon cards and art books and things like that. So the apparel and clothes. So the apparel sector of it is something I'm really eager to share and like let people see, because I feel like apparel and clothing is, I guess, how we share a little bit of a piece of ourselves and the experiences we have. You know, you go to a band, I see you got the Bully shirt on, right? Like representing.
Yeah.
It's just like it's sharing your personality and the things you love without saying anything, right? So like I'm excited to share that next part of it. But so far it's been a lot of learning, a huge learning experience, and a lot of just kind of dreams coming true, a lot of pieces being connected for me and in my life. So
wow.
good.
That's nice.
Nice, yeah.
I love the story. I love the vibe. I love the leadership that you show. But I have a question. The artwork that you're talking about in the notebook that you have from like 5 years ago, have you shared that with your community?
I
Like,
have it now.
I have a dope idea, and it has to be something that you're okay with. But you should definitely create a channel where in your Discord and share that with your community. Don't allow it to be a channel where they can type or say anything. Make it be like a read only channel where it's like solely for you to showcase how incredible, you know, the art is, number one, and number two, how long you've been working on this story. You know, like that you deserve to have people like, what? Like, oh, so he definitely hasn't been just creating this for the last 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. No. No. The last 6 years. That deserves to be highlighted. So think about it. You can have Heather come up with a cool little description of what the channel is. Put that in there, name it something cool, allow your community to vote on what to name this channel, and start with page 1. What did page 1 look like in that journal? You know, and then go all the way down, go through the pages every single day, post a new thing, whether it's a scribble or scratch, or make it all come to life. Because when they scroll up, they're going to see the first page compared to, you know, the 300th page. I think that's a killer idea, and I think that it'll give them like a sense of wow, like they're feeling a part of your journey through your artwork for the past.
A little bit behind the scenes. Yo, you're going off right now. Thank you.
Don't play with me.
Let's go.
Don't play with me.
I appreciate that.
Listen, I love that for you. So talk to Heather, think about it, and hey, you know, if you do end up doing it, shoot me a ping so I could be the first one to go see it.
Oh, no, shout out. Giving a shout out for sure.
Let's go. Okay, so we have a question. Can we pull it up, Praj?
Yeah, let me just bring it up. Great, thanks.
Nice questions, guys. Thanks.
How much budget so far from startup to now?
Budget. So, I mean, budget is budget, right? Like however much you got is what you got. So you got to make it work. You know, if you only got a little bit, you got to make it work for a little bit. I'd say that definitely outline the more important things that are essential for your project. If you're starting an NFT project, you want to make sure you got money for the art. If you're not an artist yourself, you want to make sure you have money for the developer to do some coding. And you can always talk, you know, and discuss deals and things like that. You know, if you don't have the money, then just be honest and open with them, and they might, you know, work some kind of deal. Make sure that you're getting contracts and paperwork and signatures when you're talking about deals like that, for sure. But a ballpark, you know, I'd say the most expensive thing so far for us has been promotional stuff. I'm down in LA, so we're talking about $1,000, $2,000 billboards and things like that. That's not necessary for a project. That's just something we want to do. But if you're talking like Twitter promotions and things like that, $200, you know, $150, you know, for promotions like that. Yeah, I mean, just it all depends. However much you got is however much you got. But you could start a project with $100, honestly. If you want to do merchandise, there's things. There's drop shipping opportunities where you don't have to put anything down, and you can get merchandise and clothing, t-shirts, beanies, stuff like that. So there's always a way. If there's some specific area in your project that you're worried about, or you're having a hard time coming to a budget or finding opportunities or ways to go about it, hit me up. I'm always open to help anyone in any community. So my DM is always open. Discord is always open. I got you for sure.
Nice.
Now, in the future, are we gonna see Midnight City in like hoodies and T-shirts and stuff like that?
Oh, off top, you're going to see some hoodies and T-shirts and things like that. We've had a couple people mention the apparel that the characters are wearing in the NFTs themselves. I do want to work on some stuff like that, kind of bridging the gap between real life and digital. But we will have limited capsule drops of just Midnight City branding, and Midnight City story elements for holders and community members. There will be different offerings for both, for community members and holders, but everyone in the community will have some opportunity to represent for sure.
Nice.
Let's go. Okay. All right, guys, audience members, get ready for this one. Okay, we're coming in hot. This
Let's
one's
go.
gonna go in Project's Discord. Okay, Project's Discord will be found below, guys. Listen up. Pondo, tell the audience something that nobody would know, not even Heather. Okay, tell us what is your favorite food?
Favorite food is ramen for sure.
Ramen, like sopita noodles.
No, like miso, like handmade miso ramen. Yeah,
With like all the works.
all the works. You gotta have the not the fermented egg, but like the soy sauce egg. You gotta have the chashu, like the pork on there. You gotta have the green onions, all that stuff.
Okay, chopsticks, fork.
Chopsticks.
Let's go, you guys. You are not already in Project Discord telling us all about Pondo's favorite miso and how he eats it. I don't know. Where you at? Where you at? Go now.
Miso with chopsticks. Oh.
So okay. So I said chopsticks are fork. Do you prefer eating sushi with chopsticks too?
Oh yeah.
Me too. And people look at me like I'm totally crazy, and I'm just like,
it's actually pretty. Like, if you weren't going to eat it with chopsticks, you just eat it with your hand. A lot of people actually just eat it with their hand in Japan, but I did not use the chopsticks while I was in Japan just because it seemed very foreigner to me. But there's something that's just nice about using the chopsticks. Maybe it's a little flex that I can use them. I don't know.
Okay. See, I was gonna say that too. Like, I always feel like I'm like flexing. Like, it's like cool that I know how to like utilize my chopsticks in the right way.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, we're steering, guys. We're steering. Project, do you have another question?
So you mentioned you were in Japan, and can you tell us a little bit about more of what it is that you were doing over there?
While I was in school, I was a double major for a while. I actually dropped a double major, but I was studying religion and philosophy and art studio. So I went to Japan to study religion and a little bit of the language out there. Yeah.
Nice.
So I stayed out there, I think 7 months. It was right before COVID. So COVID kind of put a halt on all that stuff, but it was a wonderful time. I never traveled outside the country before that. It was a great opportunity to just learn about different cultures and learn more about myself, really, honestly. So I had a great time.
Nice.
I want you to pull up this question, Proj, or it might be a comment. I'm not too sure, but let's pull it up because it looks very nice. Let's see what Lucinda had to say. See, communication and networking to form a ballpark budget and then make the budget work. That's great advice. Thank you for being a valuable resource. Let's go. Lucinda.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Nice. Is there any questions, guys? For the audience members that are watching, if you guys have questions, please drop them. Feel free to ask Pondo anything you'd like. Is there something that you want to know? I know that for me, what's next for you?
So I guess the long vision, right, of this is we want to have a store. We want to have a physical location for people to come in and experience Midnight City and Metnocta and be able to, have drops, have events. And the most important thing to me is to have an initiative. So we want to be able to have workshops and things for people, creators, young creators of all ages, to be able to come and learn. May that be a new skill, how to network, be able to come and meet people and market their projects or their artwork or things like that. And we want to have a pot, like we want to have some money to be able to give to people to help them support that project, and put out there to the world what they have. Because I think there's a lot of ideas, a lot of innovative, beautiful ideas that we have no idea about just because people may not have the means. So if we can facilitate that means, and all grow from that. That's what we're trying to do. That's the end. That's the end game. So, um,
Wow.
That's a part of your utility then, right? Like that
oh,
would be
the
Mhm.
oh yeah, the initiative. Yeah, definitely to be able
that's
to come and use that workshop openly. Um, yeah, it's part of the
fire,
utility.
fire, fire, fire. I
Yeah,
love it.
just the way you said it, I was able to visualize it, and I just seen the
Yeah,
store.
same.
Yo,
I'm trying to go there.
Yeah.
Like down to the scent. Like it's
Uh,
gonna be a store that you go in and it's gonna smell different. Like when you
mhm.
yo.
gonna have that like I don't know.
Uh,
Like have you ever been? I hate even mentioning the name, but like Abercrombie or like Hollister.
Yeah.
You know, like you pass the store and you know it's coming up because you can smell it. It smells so bomb. You know, that's what your store is gonna be like, Pondo. It's gonna be like fire. And then you walk inside, it's gonna smell like bomb. You know.
That's what's up. I mean, a little bit more about it. We like definitely want to have like a cafe. We call it a conceptual store, right? So there's many different ways to engage with it, but we do want to have like a little cafe experience in case you want to come in, talk about a project you're working on, talk about Midnight City, and there will be like a Midnight City centric menu, right? If you have a badge, then you're able to swipe your badge and get a different different menu experience. It's kind of like if you ever been to In-N-Out. Like it's kind of if you know type things of In-N-Out secret menu. We want to have like that kind of experience. I think engagement is just something that's super important to me. And working in retail, like there's a need to bring engagement past just buying product. Like after you buy the product, sure, like you bought it and you're wearing the brand, but how is the brand interacting with you beyond your purchase, right? So I want to give back just how people who are buying my brand and my product, I want to be able to bring new opportunities to them and elevate their experience with us in any way possible.
Nice.
nice.
So okay, so do you have around or like an idea of when you would be minting, like an actual public sale mint?
I would say maybe within 1 to 2 months. We do want to get. I want to get the whitelist to a certain level before we do that mint, just because I don't want to devalue the project based on floor price and things like that. And there's
Yeah.
certain things that I want to do with the whitelisting and that mint that there has to be a certain amount of people on board already. So
Yeah.
just to make sure that there's some boxes to be checked before we do that public sale. I'd say maybe a month. But
Okay.
if it's sooner, it's sooner. That's why it's still TBD. But yeah, I
Yeah.
give it maybe a month.
Yeah, guys, you heard it's TBD. This is just a bunch of kings and a queen having a conversation. All right, guys. So don't stay true to that. I know that Pondo's a leader, and he will definitely let his community know and anybody that shows interest. Okay. So let's see. We have another question, or maybe it might be a concern.
Yeah.
Quick shout out to Richard Brown. He says he's a blood guard. That's what's up, bro.
Let's go.
Let's
I'm a blood guard as well.
go. Okay, so Pondo, explain to us what is that? What is a blood guard?
Blood guard is the path of the rebel. So it basically means people who are, they tend to do things their own way, and they tend to create opportunities where opportunities cannot be seen, to anyone else. So creatives are typically people who get that. A lot of people who say that they're blood guards are artists, musicians, things like that. So congrats, bro. They're all great paths. No path is better than any other
Let's
path.
go.
Richard, you are on the right path. You are on the right path, King. Keep it up, blood guard. Hey. And by the way, Richard, good looking out. Thanks for heading over there. Thanks for taking the personality test. You're king of the day. You're king of the castle for the day, my guy.
I do want to say, if you're having troubles logging into my Discord, it's okay. Just go into the Blockchain Bullies Discord and just answer there. I do want to bring up one question though, from Lucinda. She said, "What would you say is better for someone just embarking on their NFT journey? To hire someone to write the contract, or to learn to write their own?"
Ooh, that's
a good.
fire.
That's a good question. Honestly, either way, it's you got to. I say to a lot of people, you got to sacrifice something, whether that be time or whether that be money, whether that be whatever it is. So you got to ask yourself, where is best for you to divert your assets with, your time. Is your time better used doing other things? Is your time better used facilitating the brand or creating art or something else? If that's the case, then take the money that you can get together or discuss with people within the community and have someone else take on that role. But if you think that your time is valuable in learning to write that contract, like maybe you'll learn it in the future to help other people write contracts or to add to the contract or something like that, then go for it and learn to write your own. But make sure you're thinking about how that's going to apply to you and the brand you're creating going down the line.
That's a great answer, Pondo. Do you want to add to that answer, Project?
Well, I would say definitely learn it. If you wanna become, say for example, let's use barbering for example. You want to become a barber. You want to learn everything. From what clips to use, from what scissors, which scissors are the best. You want to learn. You want to be a part of something. You gotta learn it all. And like Pondo says, if it's time, it's time that's being used for something that you enjoy doing. So you're just really having fun at the same time. It's really just having fun with it.
And I do want to add to that too. So if you do think that your time is better used elsewhere, maybe managing other people that are working in the project or doing something else, if you are going to be on that higher end of the centralized organization of your brand, you should have some general understanding of all the moving pieces and parts, right? So like you don't need to know how to write the contract, but you should at least know the basics of it so that you're able to communicate better with the people who are doing that part of the business for you.
That's where I am with it. I went into this and my husband and I, and I wasn't so savvy in the smart contract realm of things, but like after getting it audited and after, being in the space for 6 months, it's like, I love that you said that because that's me. Like now I very much so know, what it means, like solidity, all of these things. I know that now,
Mhm.
So it's valuable to me, and that to me is growth. And that's a beautiful thing, So yes, we do have a developer. However, I can very much so have these crazy conversations with that developer because now I know what I'm talking about,
Fact. Yep.
So Lucinda, that is a fire question, Queen. Thank you so much for these questions, guys. Any other questions? Pondo, do you want to leave us with something? Is there like a quote that you really enjoy? Is there a book that you really love? Some type of inspiration or motivation for the audience members?
Man, a quote. The only one that comes up, honestly, to mind right now is 150 Cent made.
Okay, let's go.
No, let's hear it.
And he said, if you're gonna pray, it was like if you're gonna pray, do that. If you're gonna worry, do that, but don't do both. Basically saying like if you're gonna put it up to a higher power or if you're gonna leave this in someone else's hands, then trust in that process, right? Don't spread yourself thin worrying on both ends. That's how I take it. If I'm gonna trust someone like Heather, if I trust her in writing the story, so I give her whatever I can give her, and she comes back with fire every time. So it's like if I was micromanaging and worrying about it and didn't trust in her creative ability and her our relationship, then the result wouldn't be as fire. So you got to just trust in that, have trust in things.
That's beautiful. Project.
Yeah.
Do you have any other questions for King Pondo today?
Wow. Let me see. I know I had a question. It would be so working as a team. Was well, how would you explain that? How has having a team worked for you now?
Working with a team presents its own challenges, right? You got to make sure everyone's on the same page. I try my best to do that. I try to have one-on-ones as well as group meetings just to make sure that I feel like I want to hear how I'm doing as far as communication and management goes. So those one-on-ones are really helpful for me. Like they're mainly for me. honestly. And then having those group meetings just to make sure everyone's on the same page is equally as important, just because we're working as a unit, right? Like we're the pillars to this brand, and if we're not all communicating and having an open mind and expressing ourselves openly, then we're not going to succeed. So I think communication is so important in every aspect of life, honestly. But when you have a team, just make sure that you're being open and honest with them, and make sure, like I said, that you have that trust, especially with something that's complicated and is like, I guess, not personal, but easily accessible, or people can bring a lot of, suspect stuff into something like a contract. If you're hiring a developer and you don't know what's going on, and you don't know that person or trust that person, and you don't have any fail safes in place, like a contract, things can go south real fast. So make sure you're doing your due diligence in anyone that you're working with, but always have that trust and communication there in the long run.
Yes.
Nice.
Great advice. Great advice. Well, look, it's been a pleasure having you here. I'm absolutely inspired by you, by your story, by your art. Your art is amazing.
Thank you.
The story behind the art is even more phenomenal. So honestly, it's been a pleasure. I would love to have you back again very soon. If you would like that, it would be something that Project and I would very much so enjoy. And as you can see, I'm going to be very honest with you, Pondo. In our 7 interviews that we've done, we have never had this much questions popping up, and actually people coming into the Discord. So I just wanted to say, you're a hot commodity right now, my guy. People are loving Midnight City to the moon, baby. As a matter of fact, let's see, pull this one up. There we go. Pondo freaking rocks.
Let's go.
Communication is everything. Let's go, Bennett.
Hey, I appreciate it. Thank you. I had an awesome time on here. I'm more than open to come back.
Yeah, and thank you for bearing with us in the beginning, guys. I was having a little bit of sound issues, but we got it figured out. And I just wanted to say thank you so much. Everybody that's tuned in, appreciate you guys. Please come back and see the NFT Basement again. And it's been a pleasure. Again, I'm Krystle. I'm the community manager of Blockchain Bullies NFT. And if you would like to get to know more about us, then please hop into our Discord. Everybody is welcome. And I like to say the room is better when we're together. So thank you, Pondo, for being here.
Krystle, sorry to interrupt, but we have one more question, actually.
Oh, fire. Let's go.
Now, tell us something that your community does not know about you.
Okay.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Something that my community doesn't know about me. I came into being a graphic designer and an artist through skateboarding. Actually, I was a skater. I thought I was going to be a pro skater till the day I die. It was my thing. And through skating, me and my friends used to start to do like different designs and stuff on our skateboards, and I started to learn Photoshop, and that just kind of spun into me being a designer and getting into fashion and things like that. Didn't become a pro skater, but I still skate today. And I still love the sport of skateboarding.
Oh, you became a pro lifer, King. That's even better.
Hey, thank you.
Since we had another question, I'm going to leave this with this one. Okay, guys? What's the most difficult facet of running a Discord for you? And it overlaps different time zones and areas of the world. Okay, so I might have read that wrong. What's the most difficult facet of running a Discord that overlaps different time zones and areas of the world? Yeah. What for you? What is it?
I mean, I'll give my little 2 cents, but I think this is a question better facilitated for you guys, because your Discord is always popping. For me, it's honestly being able to, I guess, catch questions and engage with people when they're up. So I try to like schedule things, or I try to put moderators or other community members in place where when I'm asleep, someone else is awake, or when I'm at work, someone else is able to answer some questions. Luckily, I have people that are part of the team that live in different time zones. But that's a good question. Like I said, I think this one's better suited for you guys.
I would agree. To piggyback on that, Blockchain Bullies, we are definitely community driven. So we've developed a very strong knit family in our Discord. I'm pretty sure anybody who hops in our Discord will attest to that. When you hop in, if I'm not there and I'm in a meeting, you will definitely be greeted by someone else. Have I told these, members to do so? Absolutely not. It's just that friendly. It's just that homey. We just want everybody to feel welcomed. Everybody in our community is very much so intact as far as helping and being very present in the moment. So it's like, they're hopping around, right? There's like so many servers, right? But at the end of the day, it's important that they always find their way back home, which is back to us, Blockchain Bullies. And so ultimately, bridge that gap of like, I'm asleep so someone else can go to sleep, and then now I'm awake and now someone else can sleep, is that it's been just the community building with my members. I don't have any moderators in our Discord. I do, however, have top dogs, and my top dogs are, those that can answer the questions. My top dogs are those that will guide you. My top dogs are those that are going to jump into the voice channels with you. And my top dogs are going to share their screen and guide you. We love everything onboarding. We love all the newcomers. And I think for us, that's really like scaled it to the next level in the Discord, is my community. So that's a fire question. Lucinda, you need to come and be a part of the Blockchain Bullies, girl, because you are the queen of questions, and I am loving it.
Yo, absolutely. And just really quick, just to add on that one time, if you do have people from multiple time zones in your Discord, count that as a blessing, because
yes,
it's working now already. So
yes, it is. It's a beautiful blessing, And you know what, Pondo, to touch on that, sometimes do you feel bad leaving or going to sleep and leaving that Discord like not dry, but you're just like, you got to go to bed, you're exhausted? Is there ever a time where you feel bad? Because for me, I do. So what about for you?
I do, certainly, for sure. There was actually a point where I was feeling bad going to sleep off Twitter Spaces and stuff like that. Twitter Spaces can be very super valuable, like for the brand and for you, but they can also equally be very mentally toxic. So you got to remember to, take care of yourself and your mental state, and know that whatever it is that you need to take a break from, or if my partner was hearing me say this right now, she'd be like, you need to take your own advice. But whatever it is that you feel like you need to take a break from, know that it's going to be there tomorrow. Like, you got to take care of you so you can better support and facilitate the people that, are coming to you and put together the things that you're trying to put together. If you're not healthy, the things that you're creating and doing probably won't come out healthy. So
yep. Let's go. Well, I've enjoyed all 55 minutes of this. This is going to definitely get lots of views, guys. We want to share it. We want to spread it. We want everybody to see the amazingness that Pondo's bringing to the Web3 space. It's super clutch. Lucinda, I agree with you. So thanks for being here, King. It's been awesome. I'm honestly like looking forward to seeing your merch. I'm looking forward to walking into your store and feeling the vibes. And I'm really, really looking forward to talking to you more about IRL events, because I don't really have too many people in LA, and you are. So that's awesome. We would like to throw some type of IRL event for our community members that are local. And I got to get Project Butt out here for sure. But we definitely want to intertwine like cannabis into it as well. So if that's something that interests you and it's something that, kind of sparks some type of like, oh, I want to get involved in that, let me know. California, well, LA is very cannabis driven, right? We've been in the cannabis field for like 15 years now. So it's definitely something that I want to talk more about. And if you're willing, get on board with me, King. Let's work. Let's work.
Yeah, let's do it. I'm down to bring together any type of event. I love events. I think it's a new way for people to engage. I do think we may be having our first event June 18th here. still a little TBD. I still gotta do some discussions, but any opportunity that I have to work with a brand that's as dedicated to their community as yours, I'm all for it.
Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Praj, I wanted to let you like lead the way as far as like closing out. But I just wanted to say we're very appreciative of you being here, taking the time. Time is super valuable for all of us as founders and owners of things, right? So I just wanted to say thank you, and can't wait to see how far this goes for you, King. I wish you nothing but success in the space, and God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank
Same
you.
to you. Thanks for
Thank
having
you.
me. Can't wait to tap in again.
Awesome.
Thank you
guys.
for being here. I just want to say the same as Krystle. Thank you for taking the time to be here. It's been a great show because of you. You said some alpha. You dropped some alpha in here, and learned a lot, and you spoke some real things here, bro. And it's been a great show because of you. Well, I just want to let everybody know, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also share this video out to somebody that is just getting into NFTs, or just looking into learning about NFTs, because we really did speak a lot about some educational things in here. And with that being said,
A picture, and then we're out. You
yeah.
ready, guys? So we do this with all of our people, and we just want to say thank you for watching, audience members. And this is Bully Mama. That's Project. This is Pondo. We are out of here, guys.
Peace out.